And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut, it's Chris Burns, it's Chris Lynch, this is Dysfunction Junction.
We hear you. I got music.
We can hear you.
Oh, fucking hear anything.
Okay, well, fucking internet is where we're going to leave it, but I'm going to, sit here and tell you every time you leave, I try to hide away, but I can't let go, and I'm fading like a flower. I'm covering my own song today, but this is all about cover songs, and music is one of our favorite things to talk about. We all have slightly similar and very much different tastes in music when it comes down to a lot of things, which makes these talks so exciting. So for all of you, go ahead, put on your favorite 80s clothing with your favorite 90s fucking flannel shirt with your favorite 2000s, whatever green and brown garbage those sexless idiots wore, and say to yourself, Self, I'm here. Welcome to Dysfunction fucking Junction.
Fuck yeah.
Chris Burns here. Lynch is having technical difficulties. We will stand by for him. And, of course, producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair. And I got to tell you, I was doing some quality control, looking back on old episodes, seeing what we need to fix, what we don't need to fix. You, sir, look marvelous.
Thank you.
Just 1 year ago, Herm could have won a King Kong Bundy look-alike contest. This year, he could win, I'm trying to think, maybe like a Stone Cold look-alike contest.
Not just yet.
Almost. Almost. Well, I don't know. Steve Austin tipped around 240, 250, and you are about what? Like, what would you say you're at now?
225.
Oh, 225, pure chocolate. Oh, wait, wrong.
Wrong on several levels.
Yes.
on a bunch of planes.
It's the first thing that comes to my mind anytime I hear the words 225 and pure chocolate. But we're talking cover songs today. Do you have any quick hits while we wait for Lichtenstein to fix what ails him?
Great job to the Secretary of Defense and his friends, play and his little Words with Friends team.
I can't hear you. What the?
You can't hear us?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Well, that sucks. I don't know what it is, man.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, but kudos to that bunch of fools while they're playing their game. I don't know. I mean, I think if the roles were reversed, people would be calling for heads.
Dude.
I gotta be honest. I'm not freaking out, but I really think there should be some sort of somebody needs to whack somebody's pee-pee to a degree on this.
Oh, without question. I don't care what side of the aisle you sit on. This is bad.
This is bad. First of all, a secure server, but not paying attention. I'm Joe ISIS, and I could have strolled into that fucking lobby, and yeah, big mistake, big mess up in security, big forgetting who we are and what we do. I would like to see somebody do something. As much as they're trying to water off a duck's backet, yeah, it's definitely not a good look. Anything?
All right, let's see what we got with Lynch.
I got fucking nothing.
Nothing.
Huh. Okay. Technical difficulties for Lynch. We're going to stand by a little bit more. Look, I don't care. Red, blue, far right, far left. I don't care. This is a terrible security breach on a level that I don't think we've seen in this nation ever.
No, like a level of ineptitude that they've been trying to say that wasn't around, didn't exist with us, Donald just does some dumb shit. But when Road Rules decides to be the security provider for our country, I don't know, man. Maybe what Hegseth might be able to legitimize it and say he was drinking. That we all know he drinks. There's really no good way for him to make this look good on him.
Yeah. You can't sweet talk your way out of this.
There's really no spin on this. The reporter's got fucking screenshots, for crying out fucking loud. Like, holy shit. And the reporter was smart enough to just let loose that he knew what the fuck had happened, but not, and wasn't a dick, and didn't say specifically, didn't release what was being said. Just, look, this is the stuff that I'm comfortable releasing, that I witnessed. You guys disprove it. Yeah. Definitely some. Wow. I was like, holy shit.
There are
security guys.
If I were them, I would do two things. Obviously, full-scale investigation as to how something like this has happened, and wherever it leads back to, that person needs to pay. And maybe more of these guys should listen to the Ben Shapiro show, because right now they could have signed up for ExpressVPN at 50% off by using the code BEN at checkout on your first year of service. That's expressvpn.com.
But that's the thing. It wouldn't have met. That wouldn't.
I know. I know that
they were on Signal. So
I know.
So yeah, it's encrypted, and everybody was using VPN, but they just walked him in. There was in a lobby or something like that. Like not even a private chat that you had to be invited to. It literally just a lobby. Like, this motherfucker's in an old PlayStation lobby.
Somebody,
Jesus Christ, guys.
This is, I don't even know what to compare this to. Like, there is no fuck up that I know of that's this bad. Lynch?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Yes. Can
Microsoft Edge decided to, I'm going to update myself and completely fucking obliterate all the settings I had tuned perfectly for this fucking software. Fuck you, Microsoft. Fuck
Yikes.
You.
Yikes.
Yeah, Windows 10 is going away soon.
I guess it's safe to say that we'll never get that sponsorship from Microsoft.
The next operating system is going to require 2 to 3 times the computing power that any average person has.
At least you're not on the government encrypted server.
Right, could be worse. You could be using some signals.
Yeah.
You and Pete Hegseth could be sharing information right now.
Would you like to play a game?
I'm going to text this to my buddies. I'm going to text this to my stripper.
Yeah. I can't, as I was saying to you, Herm, I can't think of a fuck up on this level, this bad. There's no comparison.
Specific targets, their order of fucking attack. When shit is supposed to happen, and no, it's happening in like 2 hours. Like, bro.
Not your details, man. Not your details.
What's worse is like this wasn't even a leak where someone shared this information that found it.
This was blatant and complete stupidity and lack of any kind of
on purpose.
Mindfulness at all.
Incompetence on a level I have never seen before.
Like, you must.
Did you hear what Trump said?
No.
Did you hear what Trump said? Yeah, that guy's a fucking idiot. Whoever did this is a fucking.
He's not wrong.
And when he was questioned about it yesterday, he actually handled it pretty well. He looked her dead in the eyes. And, you're the first time I'm hearing this, and you could actually tell inside he was getting pissed, but he kept calm.
Which is a first for him, because I expected him.
Usually it's him that's pissing everybody else off with dumb shit
right.
He says. Which really, unfortunately, as much shit that comes out of his mouth, he really can't. He can't lose his shit.
No,
because
there's no way.
That whole side, as soon as you slam one of those guys for making the same mistake, all of a sudden everybody will remember that he's made mistakes.
Yeah.
And right now, he's doing everything he can because food is
He's got a lot of things.
well, food prices are up and everybody's 401k is in the tank. But hey, we've got Gulf of America, so there you go. Jesus Christ.
There you go, boys.
We've got we have the District of America, not Columbia. We don't like Colombians.
I mean, I was thinking about this the other day,
Which
and
I think all of us who are educated and actually know where
Columbia.
the Columbia reference comes from.
yeah,
Like,
What?
buddy, you literally it's the District of us. We're Columbia,
Yeah.
where this all started. It's an embodiment of us.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean,
Colombia.
I don't see what I still don't see what the uproar is. I mean, it's a body of water, but then again, it's been the Gulf of Mexico since, I don't know, time in perpetuity. It's stupid, but then again, I don't run shit. I don't pretend to run shit. I think it's hilarious on both sides to see people going, yeah, fuck yeah, or going, oh my god, this is the most terrible thing on earth. It's funny. It's funny to me.
I don't
I
think
send you
it's
guys-
terrible. What I think it is telling.
Oh yeah,
Very telling.
Did I send you guys a clip of Ronald Reagan talking about the Department of Education in
Yes.
1980?
yes,
So I sent these guys a clip. It was a debate he was in, and the whole point of the debate was, the whole point of the clip is that he shut down his opponent and said, "Guess what? I'm paying for this. I paid for this microphone because they tried to shut him down. They tried to turn his audio off, and because he said that Jimmy Carter, who enacted the department, who created the Department of Education under his purview, the following year, Ronald Reagan called for its abolition. Let's get rid of it. We want less. I love how he says it, less government in the schools.
yeah. The
Up
schools
until
are supposed to be on the state level, not the federal level.
I gotta say something, guys.
Sure.
I've noticed something. We were at the very beginning. Our educational lives came from at the very beginning. We grew up with the Federal Department of Education. In 1979, I would have been 7, 8, whatever. So
Yeah.
first, second grade ish, and we all rose through. We all graduated between 1990 and 1992. So we were the great experiment with the Department of Education, and we did okay. Our generation is pretty much okay. Every generation thereafter, though, got progressively worse in statistics with literacy, mathematics, the common core of what education should be: reading, writing, arithmetic, and history.
You must have seen that report that I saw.
Trying to sell you some sort of valuable skills along the way, having a subset of skills like mechanical, seamstress, stuff like that, home ec, which is completely out of schools now. Every generation from our Gen X going forward has gotten worse and worse and worse in scoring in those ratings. We got dumber under the Federal Department of Education because then the states were beholden to hold hat in hand to beg to get money for programs that the states felt would help keep kids engaged and in school. And what did they get? Denial for years.
Yeah, the study that I saw, from the beginning of the Department of Education, you're exactly correct. It was kind of a rise up until, like you said, between 1992. Then the beginning of the Clinton administration, it started to plateau. And that was a good 5 to 6 year run up through and including, I want to say it was 99, I saw, where it started to not steadily decline, but for a good 5 to 6 year run, it would decline a little, then it would plateau, then it would decline a little, and then it would plateau. And then COVID fucked everything up. And that's not to say that's the Department of Education's fault, because it's certainly not.
No, but it just goes to show that just because the feds have their hands in it doesn't mean it's going to be the greatest thing ever.
Yep. That I don't want to steal Herm's line, but what is it? The 8 words you don't want to hear?
Yeah.
I'm from the government. I'm here to help.
Yeah, that one. I mean, I don't care one way or another. I don't have kids in school. Okay, I don't have kids. But even as a guy who does not have children, noticing the decline of the decline and the changing the rules on how to teach this far into the game with like math, I I don't see how making things harder to solve makes things easier to do.
That's a
Okay,
good point.
I mean, they have this new Common Core math bullshit, which
That's not
works.
a federal standard. That's not a federal standard. That is school district to school district and state to state. Do not put that on the fucking federal government, please.
I was waiting for that.
Do not. That is state and jurisdictional only. That is not a national plan.
Okay, but having said that, that being said, with federal oversight, don't you think that when the shit starts going south and going the wrong way, that's when the feds were supposed to stay?
No, because
step
that
in?
wasn't federal money. That was all state. That was all decisions that the states decided to make for themselves. You don't want us involved. Do whatever you do. You want a disparity from class to class, town to town, state to state, because there's no national standard. Do it. Let's see how well
But then what?
Mississippi
but
do
then what?
versus the kids in some nice place in Connecticut. You're
So
gonna
what
have
in the fuck is
disparity.
even the point of the federal Department of Education? If they're not going to set a standard, which is what most federal laws
There is
do,
the standard.
is
The
set a
standard, the standard, sir, is having to pass in the scoring. The state wants to change how they're teaching you to get that, achieve that score. They can do whatever they want. We have the federal government has mandated certain scoring levels in certain subjects. You can teach that shit any way you want. There is no federal standard for what is it? My mother for the plan book for your I know the
syllabus.
word, but I would use it all the time.
Syllabus.
Well, your syllabus is more of a college and a guideline,
Like an overview. Yeah.
it's
The
your-
curriculum.
Thank you. That's the word.
Welcome.
There is no federal standard for a specific curriculum. The curriculum is as we teach math. We would like all students to have a certain reading range. They went to Common Core. The problem is that everybody loved Common Core, but they didn't realize that Common Core was a system that was only designed to teach kids who are having extreme difficulties. It was a way to break it down for kids who had extreme trouble doing normal figuring to get it and to see it and to get it. The problem is that states decided that that they were the Mandalorian and this is the way. And that's where it went wrong. It had nothing to do. The Federal Department of Education is about giving money out and sending it out, and then the money gets used. They have no bearing on curriculum and how it's taught or the way that it's taught. Their only job is to help to distribute funds and to make and create levels that we are trying to get all of our society to pass and be smart enough to do. It's when they change how the curriculums get taught, and that's what happened with your Board of Education creation. It was at that point that all of your teaching methods starting to change. It's new, it's different. We can try new shit, and they did because there was money available to try new shit. Just because they liked it didn't mean it worked well, and here we are. And that's the problem with math. They latched on to something that wasn't supposed to be latched on to broad brush, and they painted the whole school with it, and all they were supposed to paint was the little clay figure.
There you go.
With the math anyway.
My first whole subject, whether you want to hear it or not, I don't think that we need. If you're going to create a federal department, there should be federal oversight, at least oversight and standards. They have that with every other fucking department, pretty much in the federal government. And when they make federal laws, there's the federal minimum criteria, which is why they leave it up to the states to make up their own for like cannabis use and shit like that. I get that, but having a federal level, everybody's on the same playing field. If you're going to do it that way. Get rid of it. Is it a failed experiment? We'll find out. I understand why schools are screaming. So some schools do depend on the federal government for that pipeline of money. I get it. But that it all starts at the state level. Vote in your state. Vote how you want to see things go in your state at the state level. That's the most important thing when it comes to education, your roads, your infrastructure. The federal government is only going to be a band-aid in case, oops, I ran out of snow removal, or we have a disaster zone down here. It's considered a federal disaster. Vote local. These guys in Washington don't give a fuck about you at the local level. I'm off my soapbox.
Unless it earns them brownie points, and I'm with you on that 1,000%. Are we ready to smile? Because I have had a shit day, and I want you guys to pull me out of this with this subject. The cover songs came to me the other night. I was driving home. The shuffle, I had 3 covers in a row hit, and I was like, guys, have we ever done this? Well, I'm not sure. Well, now we're here. Cover song. Don't have to be a list. Doesn't have to be 5 to 10 to 1. Doesn't have to. We'll throw them out at random. And I'm curious, because it's my idea. I want to start with Herm. Because he's going to blow me away. Big surprise, most of mine are rock bands who covered classics. Just throwing that out there. But Herm's going to have probably some deep cuts that I may have forgotten. So Herm, if you will, start with a good cover song, please.
Seal, Fly Like an Eagle.
Very nice. Originally Steve Miller Band, correct?
Yes.
It stays true to the original, which I think all my picks do as well, but it has its own flavor. It stands up well with the original.
It works a little funk into it.
Yeah. It has what do you call it? Like its own personality, but you hear it. There are some of these songs that, kids my daughter's age or your 2 younger sons' age may not know was ever done by anybody else before, which I think is sometimes it's a great thing because it shows kids you can go back. You can hear some of these songs in their original form and maybe get a deeper appreciation, but you don't have to stop liking the one you like.
Well, it opens up the conversation to talk about the original band. Introduce them to that genre or whoever the fuck it is.
Oh yeah, and especially if you don't like a particular genre, if like he said, Seal doing Fly Like an Eagle, you may not like the Steve Miller Band, but if you hear the song, you're like, okay, that's cool, I can dig it. Or you may hear it and go, you know what, I'm going to dig deeper into the catalog, and you may become a Steve Miller fan. You don't know.
Probably not, because you love him or hate him. There's no.
It's happened. Yeah, it's happened. Oh, I forgot one. I'm going to write it down because it just came to mind that I knew this song in its original. I'm going to start with it. Fuck it. Lynch will be the main event. I knew this song in its original form, but I never knew much more by the band. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the right one. Lynch, why don't you go ahead?
I'll start with Aerosmith. Come Together.
Oh, nice.
Pretty decent cover song of a already decent song. Can't go wrong with the Beatles cover. The Beatles song, you don't go too fucking wacky with it. What Jen Sizer says, Bernez, you're gonna hate me, but I don't like the Daughtry Lizzie Hale version of Separate Ways.
Well, I may as well just throw it out there. It's on my list, and I'd like to know why you don't like it. But thank you for bringing that up and being in the comment section. Dear Mr. Hegseth, please share this show on your text message machine. Well, thank you, Chris, for saying that. They're trying too hard. Okay. I mean, I dig the song.
I can see where she's coming from with that. Daughtry's got a great voice.
Oh, yeah. But I
like he's trying way too hard all the time.
I can see that. Okay. I'm going to stick with Steve Miller on this. I didn't know a lot of his catalog. I knew this song and Bingo Jet Had a Light On. I'm sorry. Big old jet airliner. But Sugar Ray covered Abracadabra sometime in the late 90s, early 2000s. And it made me really go back and look at the Steve Miller catalog.
No, his greatest hits is like They're all really good tunes.
Oh, just banger after banger. You can't go wrong. Steve Perry is just a okay. I see where you're going, Jen. So here I'm taking Daughtry and Lizzie off my list since Jen has already covered it and made me feel like a jerk. Thank you, Leprote, for that. Appreciate it. Leave it to the comment section to just make me have a shittier day. But we love you anyway. Thank you so much. I guess we'll throw it back to Herm for a really good cover song that you like. Same criteria. How does it hold up against the original? Yada yada yada.
Let's see.
He's thinking.
Yeah, there's not a lot of cover songs that I'm really big into.
Okay. Oh, I love covers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, like, I can't stand anybody that does any version of Hallelujah other than Leonard Cohen.
Thank you.
I really, really can't stand it. It's fucking painful and it's wrong, and they do it all wrong.
Because they do it against the way it was originally written.
Yeah, they're doing it as an inspirational, and it's not
right
with a point from where he was coming from.
They have no idea the original lyrics to that song.
Summer Breeze.
Ooh. Ooh.
By it's Typo, isn't it?
It is Typo. I'm trying to see.
I like it because it's a complete juxtaposition of the yacht rock version of the original.
Yep. Oh, we got the horns from Jen. You have made a good pick, sir. If Jen's giving you love, then you know you did something right. I may get shit on for this one. But I'm gonna be a homer twice in a row. So first one, I like the fact that Ghost took "We Don't Need Another Hero" and thickened it up from the original, which was more of an electronic R&B Tina Turner bit. But in no way, shape, or form is this as good. It's good on its own legs, but you cannot beat Tina Turner at singing a Tina Turner song. Absolutely not. Lynch,
No,
what do you
I agree. No, my fish tank was making a weird noise. No, I can agree with that. Tina Turner is like the good version of that song.
Mm-hmm. I mean, of course. I mean, Tobias and the guys did a good job of making the song again their own, making it thick and chunky. I like it when somebody takes a classic, whether it's R&B or rap or what have you, puts a little rock stank on it. But there are certain songs you just can't touch, and that's one of them. I've yet to hear someone do a cover of Tina Turner and make it better than the original.
Their cover of "Stay," which is off that cover LPP, is really good.
Yeah.
The original cut, I don't remember who did it, but the original cut was more poppy synth pop.
I'm gonna find
Patrick
out.
Patrick Wilson, the guest vocalist, he's an actor. He's in all those Insidious movies and blah blah blah. He's in there. He's a very talented singer. He's a Broadway guy, so he's got some pipes. While you look at that, I'm gonna go with my next one. My next one is gonna be Joe Cocker, with a little help from my friends.
Nice. That is fantastic.
He changed the kind of like.
Why didn't I think of this before? Shakespeare's Sister did "Stay," 1991. I loved that song, and that video, if you watch it in the middle of the night, will creep you the fuck out for the rest of your life.
They were creepy.
But wow,
yeah,
I did.
Joe Cocker's version with a little help from my friends. Transformed that from a little jingle to just like a completely different song with the same meaning, the same impact. Actually,
Yeah.
I think more impact. I think it was more impactful.
I think I see his version. I always saw his version as the better one.
I will say that was the transformative one where I think I prefer that one to the Beatles. There's a couple on my list like that.
Oh, I have a couple like that too. One I can't even know. If I said this one, which will be my next pick, I will get punched in the face with brass knuckles if I say it's better than the original, which I would never do. But that's beyond the point. So, Herm, are you thinking, or do you want us to just keep rolling?
Hard to Handle by the Black Crowes.
Ooh, that's been done a bunch of times, but yeah, I'll give you that one. Absolutely.
Another one better than the original, I think.
Oh yeah.
Trivia fact: the guitar solo at the end of that song was not played by anybody in the band.
Really?
One of the sound guys who was in the booth with them, he was a guitar player, and they couldn't come up with a good, decent lick. So he just stepped in. He's like, "Oh, I just came to my head." And he played it, and what he played, and they recorded it. That was one cut, one take.
Wow. Gotta love that.
I learned that 5-6 months ago. Professor Rock, that guy on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I love that guy, Adam Reeder.
He's phenomenal.
Great channel. You guys are into rock and roll history and just deep nostalgia for like the 70s, 80s, 90s. Watch his channel. Mr. Rock, it's amazeballs.
You're not going to get an argument out of me. Absolutely. You can't have my circle of friends, which has a diverse musical background. And I like this song, but it comes from that diverse background. Not everybody I like throws their horns in the air at a show or bangs their head to their music. But I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Living Color, Who Shot You? Love
Great
that
song.
I played it for Herm once, and I think twice maybe I played it for Herm, and he's like, and I know he's a Biggie purist. He's like, there are certain things you just shouldn't touch. I like it.
Fame on Fire did, Jen in the comment section. Fame on Fire does a great cover of Mario Winans Creepin'.
No shit. I'm writing that down. I gotta check that out.
Later. I got one.
Right.
I got Because of the Night by Patti Smith. That was actually one of Bruce Springsteen's earlier songs he released. Didn't do very, it charted, but like way down at the bottom. And
Yeah.
then she covered it a number of years later, and it became this huge fucking hit for her.
That was one of those songs where there was 3 different versions out within 10 years. There was, Patti Smith. There was Natalie Merchant. Even that shitty rock band that nobody probably ever bought their records, Keel, did a version of that song.
Oh, Keel. Wow. I haven't thought of them in 30 years.
Neither is Keel, but Ronnie Keel might, but he's too busy doing his country gig now.
Hey, you know what? He found his niche.
Hey, he's making money. He certainly didn't make any money with Keel. I think 3 people bought their records, and 2 of them were their family. So, good luck, Keel.
Good
Great.
musically.
Yep. I'm gonna go Homer on this one. Like very Homer. I'm going with Kiss, and I'm going with God Gave Rock and Roll to You. If you've ever heard the Argent version, very, very good. But Kiss rewrote the second verse to make it a little more Kiss, because the original version was like, love yourself, be out in the sun, don't step on snails, eat a banana. I was like, what the first verse? Same. Second verse, I'm like, what the fuck is this? The Kiss version, love it. But yeah, it's definitely one of the ones on my list that I think is better than the original. But got to give it to Argent, man. I love a lot of their stuff. Hold Your Head Up is one of the greatest songs ever written, in my opinion. Head up, you got it. But yeah, I think this particular song is better than the original. I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys covered Sound of Silence. I'm not a fan of that. Maybe it's overplayed. But I enjoy the original Simon and Garfunkel. Okay, it's on my list. It was going to be one that's not as good as the original, so I'm taking it off the list. I've got like 13 of these, Jen. It's okay if you take a couple away. It's good.
appreciate what Dave Draymond did with that song.
Yeah, and fuck that version of Zombie too. The fuck out of here with
Who does a version of? Does Disturbed do a version of Zombie?
No, who does that? The song "She Died." They released it the next day. Who the fuck did that? Fuck that song too.
Oh, it was the chick from Cranberries.
From the Cranberries.
Um,
Whoever did that? Who was that?
Oh.
Somebody.
Okay.
Mom.
I got
yeah,
you.
somebody.
Yeah,
No, that song in general can go fuck itself. I got one that it kind of popped in my head on the ride home today.
Okay.
Nirvana, "The Man Who Sold the World."
See, that was mine. Just the acoustic version, just on unplugged.
Yes.
From the guys from
Yeah,
the Meat Puppets.
That
The Meat
is
Puppet song.
that is
Bad
great
Wolves.
song.
Yeah. Wow. I liked Nirvana's unplugged bit more than I liked Nirvana regular full blown LP style. That unplugged was fan-fucking-tastic. All right, whose turn is it? I don't even think we're just having turns, are we? Fuck it.
No, we're just kind of like spurting them off as we take them, which is fine.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have a couple on each other's list.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
All
All right, I'll take Garth Brooks doing Billy Joel's "Shameless" for 500, Alex.
That's a transformative one. That's a very good song on its own.
Didn't veer too far from the original, but of course you don't picture Billy Joel and steel guitar going together, or the fiddle or what have you. But man,
To be fair, for anything from about 1979 to about 89, from Billy Joel, you can just directly turn into a country song.
oh yeah, absolutely.
All emotional journeys, which is what most country song lyrics are.
Right.
Got drunk, wrecked my car, that kind of shit.
I've always wanted to learn Piano Man on the guitar.
That's a great. If you learn I thought you learned how to play piano.
It's my favorite outtake from The Hangover. I always wanted to learn Piano Man on the guitar. Billy Joel is king. I said what I said. You're not going to get an argument out of us, man. I think we all like Billy Joel. Herm dressed as Billy Joel on our Halloween episode a couple years ago.
He did. He looked great. He looked phenomenal.
It was good.
Here's another good one.
Go ahead.
Gary Jules' Mad World, originally done by Tears for Fears.
Okay.
More tempo poppy type of thing. I think I like his version better.
Nice. Where do we go from here? Harm, you got anything?
Yeah, Down in the Valley by Jesus Christ.
No, it wasn't by Jesus Christ.
No, it was the fuck was it? I just had it in my head. Originally, it was a Burl Ives song.
Okay.
Smooth Black. So was it Marvin Gaye? No. Now I gotta find it again. Fuck me.
All right. I'm gonna take All Along the Watchtower, Jimi Hendrix, covering the Bob Dylan tune. Which
I like all of Bob Dylan's songs, not sung by Bob Dylan.
Thank you, because I was gonna say I could give a fuck less if I have to listen to anything by Bob Dylan. Listen to him with his bullshit Geddy Lee's father voice.
I appreciate Bob Dylan as a songwriter and the music he created. I can't.
Amazing. Well, the music. Come on. If you it's a lot like Rush. If you take the vocals out, you have a pretty solid musical base.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody other than Bob Dylan singing.
You know what would make me want to jump off a roof head first into a concrete parking lot? If Bob Dylan and Geddy Lee did an album together.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I couldn't do it. Could not.
Here's a deep cut for you, Bruce.
Okay.
The Bangles' Hazy Shade of Winter.
Ooh. Nice. What was that?
One of my
vocal
favorite- one of my favorite- No,
Better
that
than the
was
original.
Simon & Garfunkel.
Was it? I thought it was
Song is
better than the
awful.
original. I thought Procol Harum did it first.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You ever think of
Okay.
White Shade Pale?
Thank you.
You think
You're
of
right.
Which is
You're
a
absolutely right.
fantastic song. But no,
Um,
that's one of my favorite songs growing up in that, it was like 87, 88. That
oh my
summer, I
God.
loved that. I recorded it off a Q105 so I can just play it on a fucking loop. I love that song.
I
And
got
I
it
learned,
on the. Go ahead.
I learned the guitar part on it. I just by
Nice.
playing it over.
The guitar part, like you said, gripped me. I got that on the Less Than Zero soundtrack, which I bought for Going Back to Cali and Slayer doing Inagata Davida, which is not on my list. But yeah, when you get to the end of that soundtrack and there's Hazy Shade of Winter, that thing just kicks fucking ass.
It's a good
Better
tune.
than the original, in my opinion.
Very good tune. I like the
Jen-
band for what they were. I mean,
Yep.
they were pretty talented.
Oh yeah, all of them. Jen says, "Hurt by Johnny Cash. I thought he was the original, but Nine Inch Nails was. They're both good, but Johnny was better. Can't disagree with that." I've got one. I've got one that's better than the original. And kill me, don't kill me, whatever. The Fugees, "Killing Me Softly."
That's a
I
great
thought
song.
buried the Roberta Flack version. Because Lauryn Hill, again, I say this about a lot of artists, so I'm going to change it up a little bit. Lauryn Hill could put out an album of farts and I'd buy it.
No,
She's that fucking good.
I like her a lot. She was, before she went crazy and was making good music. I own that album. I actually have it on vinyl and CD here.
Nice. It's on the
Well, I
shuffle.
love it. That's another one of my favorites from that era. I love the
And-
Fugees.
Yep. And they juiced it up just enough where you still got the emotion and the harmony, but then you got that nice, beat behind it. And then you got the dude that comes in one time, two times. I love stupid shit like that. Give me that song 5 days a week, twice on Sunday. Absolutely. What do you think, Herm? You got one?
Viva Las Vegas by ZZ Top.
Nice. Doesn't touch the original though. It's Elvis, man.
So
Not a lot of Elvis covers touch Elvis except one. Just one. And it's on my list. Dwight Yoakam, "Suspicious Minds." From the I think it was what soundtrack was that from? Leaving Las Vegas soundtrack.
Great
And
stuff.
he does an amazing job on that song.
No, I'll agree with that. I like Dwight Yoakam. He's one of the few country guys from that era that I really like.
I'm gonna throw another one out. I'm gonna throw one more out, and then I'm gonna hang back for a minute.
Go ahead.
Seether, the Canadian band, doing "Careless Whisper."
Didn't know it existed.
Oh, have fun with it. Very much rock and rolly. The emotion's still there. The music's just thicker. Does it touch the original? No. Can it sit side by side on a record, collection? Perhaps. But it doesn't beat Wham and George Michael doing "Careless Whisper." No, absolutely not.
All right, Burns. I don't know if you're going to know this.
Okay.
The song is "Changes," Black Sabbath, as recorded by Charles Bradley.
Recorded by who?
Charles Bradley.
Okay, I have two questions. One, who the fuck is Charles Bradley? And two, if you were gonna pick Changes, I would have thought you would have picked the one Ozzy did with his daughter, which was phenomenal.
No, this is just this guy Charles Bradley. He was a musician from the 60s and 70s. This was his biggest hit. It was a cover that was recorded a few years after it came out on the Sabbath album.
So wait, who did it first? Sabbath?
Sabbath did it first. It's him covering the song "Changes" by Black Sabbath.
And you said Charles
Um,
Bradley.
Bradley. Yep.
Okay.
You're Levi Bradley.
Damn.
He is the emotion behind his cover is just it's palpable. It's really really good because
Okay.
he telling a story through the words that somebody else wrote, and it's a good cover.
It's the first song when I look him up on the Google machine. It's the first song that pops up.
Yep.
Wow. All right. I got me some homework to do after the show. Wow. Jen disagrees with something, but she does say she loves Seethers, so that's good.
What did you disagree with, Jen?
Probably everything I said, because she's already mangled half my list, and that's okay because we still love her.
Van Halen, you really got me.
Ooh, I have Van Halen, but not that song. I sometimes forget that's a cover.
I like it. I like Pretty Woman cover.
What's that?
I like Pretty Woman.
I got that on my list as Pretty Woman.
Off the same album. I mean, it's.
Oh, they're two. No, they're off two different albums. You Really Got Me was on the first album. Pretty Woman was on Diver Down. The only reason I know this is because I'm staring at the album cover right there.
Yeah, I probably heard it in that order from one of the greatest hits stuff.
Oh, that's easily possible. All That Remains covered The Thunder Rolls, but I'm not sure it's necessarily better. I have heard that version. It's not bad. I just, again, there, certain songs should be left alone. That's just me. But yeah, it's definitely a good one, Jen. Absolutely. Herm, got anything?
Well, technically, Walk This Way by Run DMC was a cover.
Yes, it was. Doesn't matter if you pulled in the original dudes, it's still a cover.
Still a cover.
Kind of like when Garth Brooks had Kiss be his backup band on Hard Luck Woman, which is not on my list because it's not on my list. Oh, Jen, I totally, I said it's not better. I see what you're saying there. I said, could it sit on the record shelf next to each other? Yes, but is it better? No. Wham was the far superior version. All right. Speaking of far superior versions, I'm going with Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone by Black Label Society. I like that version better than the original. Herm's going to give me the side eye. I know it.
Yeah, I'll take it or leave it.
Well, Bill Withers.
I like Black.
Bill Withers was okay, and go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like Black Label Society. I mean, it's just that they're not one I would ever see just like covering shit to cover shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I dug the fact that it was all acoustic, all of it, and he kept the feeling of the song without the keyboards. It was just guitar, bass, and a little, like a side tom for timing.
Yeah,
that was it. And the video is hilarious. I sent that to my mother one time. I'm like, hey, this is a song you introduced me to by a band that I like. And she got about, I don't know, she said 30 seconds into it, she goes, I can't get past the rubber horse mask.
Yeah. I haven't never seen the video.
Spoiler alert, if you do watch the video, you're going to love the guitar solo scene.
Okay. Now, this is a song that people still don't even realize is a cover song. Made somebody very, very famous in the late 80s, early 90s. Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You. Written by Prince.
Fantastic.
In the late 70s. It was on an album. Really chart. Watch. She releases it, and I think it was 89, 90. And was
late 80s, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Put her in the spotlight. She had a couple minor hits previous to that, like The Lion and the Cobra off her first album, and a couple obscure videos on MTV and 120 minutes here and there. That fucking put her on the pop charts, put her on the world charts. But Prince was very generous like that. He wrote a lot of music for other musicians. and he didn't mind it if they asked, "Can I pretty please play this song?" I'm like, sure, only you asked. This is how he was. Um, but he also wrote he wrote a lot of the Bangle songs,
Yep.
and you can hear it in the phrasing and in the music, the way the music was framed. You can hear that it's originally a Prince song. You can see him singing that song, even though the other band's playing it, because it sounds like a Prince song.
Yep.
Because he wrote it.
You were absolutely correct. 1990.
I was like, yeah, you're a graduated.
Gotta go eat, but this is quite possibly the best topic. I live for music. I'll see you gentlemen on the flip side. Make sure you watch the back end of the episode. We got more coming. We got about 28, 30 minutes, and we can fill it because I'm about to throw one at you while Herm goes and tends to some business. I know of 2 covers of this song. I'm going with the one I like more. I'm taking Godsmack doing Rocky Mountain Way. Absolutely love that tune. And I love Joe Walsh. Is it better? No, absolutely not. But is it better than the crap version that Ozzy Osbourne did? Oh, yes, absolutely.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's like light years ahead of Ozzy's version.
And if I could throw a tuber on here, I'm going to throw Roller Coaster of Love by the Red Hot Chili Peppers on there, too.
It's one of my
I don't even know who did that originally, and I don't give a fuck, but that's a great fucking tune. What were you saying, Lynch?
No, nothing.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Lynch, I guess, or Herm, or whoever wants to throw something out there.
The Animals, House of the Rising Sun.
Who did that originally?
Woody Guthrie.
Great fucking.
Nice. I almost put that on my list, but it wasn't going to be the Animals. It was going to be.
Roller Coaster was the Ohio Players.
Thank you. I was going to throw Five Fingers version on there, but now that you mention it, the Animals did a better version. You're absolutely right. Can't argue with success. Go.
Hang on a second.
Okay, hanging on.
Back on my list because it just went away.
That's not good.
I like it for what it is. Alien Ant Farm's version of Smooth Criminal.
It's on my list. Nice. It's a fun. Yeah.
It's a fun cover. I mean, and I watched them play it live. Yes, I saw Alien Ant Farm live in concert once. They're actually pretty good. They had fun when they played it live.
It seems like one of those tunes.
Yeah. Nuts. And that's why you go to a concert, just that energy, and it was fucking great. It was great. Their little set, they did like a 25-minute set. I don't remember who they opened for. I think it was maybe it was Ozfest, maybe. That was right around the time when I went to Ozfest all the time every year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a great song. Great song. I know guys from in our generation that hate that kind of metal and they hate those kind of bands. I go back and look at like Trapped. They were a decent band.
Trapped
They had
wasn't
some
bad.
good songs. The Hoobastank was a pretty tight musically. They were very good fucking musicians. But yeah, I like that little cover. That was fun.
Kind of like, and I'm throwing this one out there, when I went to Local Bazooka back in 1862, whenever it was, at the airfield in Worcester, when Disturbed did Shout by Tears for Fears. Very, very underrated cover song.
That song live by Disturbed.
Oh, watching 15,000 people just like a wave up and down and winning.
John Mayer did a version of Michael Jackson's Beat It on tour a number of years ago. It was actually really good. It was he started out just acoustic, and then the band, kind of like layer by layer, comes in behind him. It was pretty fucking good.
Nice.
But that's a one-off. I mean, he does it when he's on tour.
Nice. We're gonna go with the man of the hour, the Tower of Power. Too sweet to be sour, funky like a monkey. Big Herman, Michael P.S. Herman.
Renegades of Funk by Rage Against the Machine. Originally recorded. Well, that last album was just all but two songs on the album were covers. But you'd never know. Most people that have ever heard it would never know that that's an Africa Bambata song.
I did not know that.
Not many people realize that's a cover.
Yeah, and it is a cover. And then when you realize what it is, it's way better than you realize. It's way better to the original than Alien Ant Farm's "Smooth Criminal" is to Michael Jackson.
Right.
It's just really good. Like, listen to them side by side, and you're like, okay, all right, completely different, but exactly the same. It's perfect. The same anger that Africa had when he recorded all of that is just all there. It's perfect.
That's amazing. Good pick, man. I didn't realize that was a cover. I learned something new today.
Yeah, like that whole final album is mostly covers. Almost all but two songs are covers that you don't think are. It's like that Africa Bambata song. They pulled songs that. What the fuck?
Yeah, full disclosure, I was not a huge Rage Against the Machine fan, simply because of the repetition of the lyrics. But again, pull those lyrics out, and you have some really strong fucking groove going on those records. 1,000%, man.
There's another one that people don't realize is a cover, and I think it was more popular than the original. Is Blue Suede's version of "Hooked on the Feeling," as originally recorded by DJ Thomas.
No shit.
Totally different song.
Man, I am
totally
learning new shit.
I love Blue. I love the obscure.
I love it when your mouth decides not to work with your brain. That's always fun. Happens to me. I ain't gonna lie. Right? You sound like Michael Winslow from the Police Academy movies.
Voodoo Child. Better than the original.
You, sir, have just won the internet.
I mean, that's one of the best covers. On a list of 1 to 10, that would be number one on any list. I'm sorry.
For the body of the song, everything, absolutely. But there's something about when Jimmy plays that opening riff in the original, knocks it out of the park. But again, Stevie Ray, dude, Stevie Ray Vaughan was just Stevie Ray Vaughan. Everything he sang spoke to me. Everything. Every record spoke to me. I was one of the few people in my high school, in my musical circles, who gave a fuck about Stevie Ray Vaughan until he died. And then all of a sudden, everybody became an SRV fan.
Dude, his version of Superstition blows Stevie
Yes!
Wonder's the fuck away.
Stevie Wonder ain't blind, by the way.
Stevie Wonder fan.
Yes.
But that version just rolls.
Yes.
Yeah, Stevie Ray died right when I was like in the throes of being into the guitar.
Yeah.
Everything, all about everything guitar, because I taught myself how to play and I took some lessons. My dad taught me a lot of shit. He was like one of my idols.
Yeah, 2 years before he died, he played down here at the Rose Arts Festival. One of the best shows I ever fucking saw.
I was there.
In a tent on the green near NFA, and he just blew the fuck off the place. It was amazing.
It was a good show.
Typo
Negative's version of Cinnamon Girl.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
Neil Young, he's another one. I love his songs. He's a great songwriter. He writes great lyrics.
Yep.
But some of his stuff, I like it when somebody else sings it.
I'm gonna throw a twofer out here, because this is the point in the show at 7:01 on March 25th. We're gonna get a little gay. Not for the artists that covered. We're talking about the original artist, Depeche Mode. I love Sammy Hagar's version of Personal Jesus, and I absolutely, phenomenally, I will put it up against the original, and it will kick the shit out of it. Is Enjoy the silence, Lacuna Coil.
I have heard Lacuna Coil. I have not heard Sammy Hagar's version.
Oh, it's good. Really good. Really
I'll look it
fucking
up.
good. I'm trying to remember what record it's on. I'm not linked into my music right now, so.
He asked you, is that something he released or is that something he did live?
No, it was on a like a I don't know what it was, some record he did. Wait, let me sign into my music and find it. But yeah, I'll take that. Let's see what Herm's got in the crib.
I got nothing right now.
Well, then you suck.
It's all right.
Personal Jesus, Sammy Hagar. It was released. I'm trying to see where. No, I don't want to play it. Asshole, stop. Fucker. Go to album. So this was on Sammy Hagar and Friends. Came out in 2013. A lot of good shit on this record.
Jolene by the White Stripes is pretty good.
Yes.
Another
Jolene by Miley Cyrus was phenomenal too. Heart
I
of Glass by Miley Cyrus was good.
I can't pronounce this guy's name, but it's the big Hawaiian dude that did Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Malika Wikahani, Mekalekahai, Mekahani Ho, Kimono Wanalea.
I was looking it up in the Google machine.
That is a good.
Israel, Kawawiwo Ole. That guy.
God bless you.
Guy.
God bless you. I'm gonna stay safe on this one. Lynch has heard it. I think Herm has probably heard it. If he hasn't, sure I'll look it up. Shaman's Harvest doing Dirty Diana. Kept the feel of the song. Again, you can't beat Michael. You can't. But Nathan and the boys tried really fucking hard to do so.
Another great cover of a cover of a cover is Chris Cornell. Nothing compares to you.
That's right. I love his version too.
I mean that alone, standing it alone. If he had just released that on his own, he'd fucking hit.
I'm changing my usual. I'm gonna change my usual thing here. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were done. Sorry.
If Sinead O'Connor had never covered that song and he sang it, boom.
If
Crazy.
Chris Cornell were a cop and reading me my rights in that singing voice, I would get arrested every day.
Yeah.
That's how fucking good he was.
Fucking shame.
Oh. Depression and suicide is a bitch.
It's taken a lot of Chester
I know.
Bennington.
Yep. I was just listening to some Chester stuff earlier today, strangely enough.
I can't dig her new chick. I don't dig her.
Um
I've tried a lot. Now Linkin Park and I have a kind of a love-hate relationship. I hated them first time I ever saw them. Hated them because they were at Ozfest. They sounded like shit because come to find out all the equipment was fucked up. I saw them again. They weren't great, but they're better. And then by the time they're on the Transformers soundtrack, I really liked them. I've seen them 2 more times live, and they proved to me that they were a very tight live band.
There you go. From an album of covers, I'm taking the best one, and I'm going with Turn the Page by Metallica, covering Bob Seger. And I'm torn on this one because depending on the day, I would say Bob Seger wins, and I could wake up tomorrow and say Metallica wins. It depends on what mood I'm in.
I think Metallica kept the basic heart of the song that Bob Seger laid out.
Mm-hmm.
They gave it more of that edge.
Yeah. And the soul in which Seeger sang was the same heart and soul in which Hetfield sang in that song. I mean, I don't think... Go ahead.
Talk Miley Cyrus and Metallica. Her version of Nothing Else Matters is really fucking good.
Oh, that's good too, yeah.
I mean, there's a couple of good covers of Metallica, by Metallica, of Metallica songs on that, whatever they call the Blackest album. where it's like 100 different covers.
Oh yeah. I've seen that.
It's literally 100 songs of covers of other bands, alternative, uh, world music, you name it. You name the genre, they cover it. They cover
I
Metallica songs.
I
It's
wish I
interesting.
could remember,
Interesting.
and I can't. I'm sorry. Again, the lag. I'm stepping all over you, and I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I can't remember what country concert I went to. I've only been to like 10 in my lifetime. But whoever's guitarist at this country show who played the riff to Enter Sandman, note for note, same distortion, and this crowd of Copenhagen dipping, coupon clipping, Budweiser drinking, rednecks, all fists in the air, having a great time. And he only did it as an interlude between songs. And the drummer got into it. They did a little jam, and then they went into My Dog Ran Away with My Ex-Wife or whatever the fuck the hit was. Herm, save us. Get us off the ledge.
I got nothing.
Okay, then I'll take it. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones doing Detroit Rock City. And yes, I do think it's better than the original. Simply because of the instrumentation.
I was going to
Ace
say
Fri-
it's the horns.
The saxophone solo instead of the guitar solo makes that amazing. The guitars are crunchier, to be sure, because the Boss Tones ska was crunchy guitars and horns. But to hear that alto sax play that flamenco style solo that Ace Frehley did on that record, you're like, yep, fuck Ace Frehley, fuck Gaspar Gomez, and fuck the Diaz brothers. It wins the day. Winchenstein.
I can go with that. Take Me to the River by the Talking Heads.
Ooh.
I'm trying to remember who sang it originally. I don't like Talking Heads all that much. There are only a couple songs I like from them.
Yeah. Now I'm looking mine up because I don't want to be stupid and get the wrong artist, but it doesn't matter either way. I love it.
Al Green. Al Green did it originally.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He was the first artist to record "Take Me to the River," and it's been covered a bunch of times afterward after Talking Heads, but they covered it in '77.
Okay.
That's why I think it's on their first album.
My next cover is not going to be Elvis, although I do love his version. But I'm going to go with Tina Turner doing Proud Mary, originally done by CCR. And I like it better than I love CCR, but there's something about her and the dancers up on the stage who do and they're bebopping and left a good job in the city, blah, blah, blah. Wow, I just love that version so much better. Yeah, I'm an apologist like you, Lynch. CCR, amazing. Fogerty by himself, amazing.
Mike and I saw him at Mohegan when he first won his rights back to all his own music.
Yep.
That was a great fucking concert, man.
I was jealous of you. That made me revisit the Premonition live CD from 96, 97, which was like one of the last times he ever performed some of those classic songs. And it was, I'm sure it was a contractual obligation. Well, if I'm gonna have to give them money for this, I'm gonna do a show, and it was a big show in Los Angeles at that fucking Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah.
Did the album, paid off what he needed to pay off, and then he didn't play those songs again, like you said, for another 25 years.
Another Disturbed cover I like is Land of Confusion.
Nice.
It's a good tune.
I'm going to find out who did this originally before I, again, fuck this up for everybody.
What's the song?
Oh, it was originally by Tony Joe White, who probably none of you have ever heard of, but Elvis covering Polk Salad Annie. One of my favorite fucking Elvis tunes.
I'll have to look that one up.
Oh, so much fun. Look up the live version. I can't remember what he's got, like 75 live records. So, pick one. And there's another guy in her. I know Herm's an Elvis guy. So, Elvis has done a billion covers, and they're all good, but none of them beat the original. None of them. Although his performance on stage of Unchained Melody is a thing of beauty because he was fat and he was sweating and he was beating the shit out of that piano.
Beating it like it owed him money.
Beating it like it was Priscilla back in the day.
That's my favorite version of Elvis.
Look at Herm. Stop. You read the books. You know. Say again.
Favorite version of Elvis.
Yes.
The
My favorite
big fat sweaty. I'm one bowel movement away from losing my life. Elvis.
That has to. Yes, I like the '70s, late '60s, early '70s Elvis with the gaudy jumpsuits and the big production
Because
and everything.
My grandmother Lynch loved Elvis, so that meant that he had the double live album in the white suit jumpsuit. She would play that all weekend long, and she would listen to the other stuff. And then when he died, that's the Elvis I really remember early on in my childhood. And then after he died, all the Elvis movie marathons every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, in the summertime, all his beach movies and all this movie and that movie. That's when I learned about the old Elvis.
Yep.
Digging back into it.
Blue Hawaii, Kid Creole. Oh my God, those movies were terrible. But every January the 8th, when TNT played that marathon, when we were roommates, Herm and I, we don't work on January the 8th because we were popcorn, pizza, whatever beverages we wanted, and we watched the movie marathons. And if you still have it, I am going to come to your house. I've said it for 40 years. I'm going to steal that '68 comeback special action figure.
Yeah, it's here somewhere. I think it's in storage.
You're still half a bitch for that. Grab the last one at Ames.
Hey, it was on sale.
It was actually. They were originally like $38, and that was before action figures got really stupid pricey. But because it came in this really nice case and it had the microphone and the leather jacket, oh my God. And I looked at it, I'm like, yeah, I really can't afford that and whatever. And we're walking out to the car and Herm's got this big ass bag. What's in the bag? Nothing. No, man, come on. What's in the bag? He bought bought it out from underneath me.
I have one Elvis album in my entire collection, and it's on vinyl, and it's that double live album of him in the fat white suit. That is the pinnacle of my childhood right there.
Okay, so there's another cover. The beginning of I want to say it was the '72 concert, Aloha from Hawaii. And when they did that Elvis concert at Mohegan, where the band, all the living members were there playing the music, and Elvis is on the screen and they sync it up just right, was CC Rider.
Oh yeah.
What a fun song!
It's a great song.
And if you saw the movie that what's his nuts did a couple years ago, Baz Luhrmann, and he's going over, okay, here's what we're gonna do. You over here, dun, 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 and now the horns, dun 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 dun, and he's explaining to them the sound he wants, and they're just picking it the fuck up. He had world-class musicians underneath him.
He did.
Oh,
He just always had the best in his lineup.
we could do a whole fucking Elvis episode if we wanted, and like old people would watch us. My mom might watch. Hell, I'd watch us if I weren't on this show. Like, Elvis? Fuck yeah. Fuck, I watch 3 Sides of the Coin every week, and Kiss has been gone for 2 years.
I don't know. D. Snyder made an announcement the other day, yesterday. They're talking about D dropped something about, it's been a whole 14 months, and I'm surprised they waited this long.
The Residency?
No, it's something else. Something about. Oh, I don't remember where I saw it, but it was a D. Snyder post, and yes, talking about something about them getting back together.
Yeah, that came out.
Other than the residency and other than that shit, it's
Yeah,
wow. It took them a whole 14 months.
I read. You know me. I got a couple friends in the Kiss podcast world. Some of them have their fingers in the Kiss pie, if you will. And I said, "Are we serious? Are we doing this for a third time?" And the word is, it's going to be a residency and a one-off show somewhere else. But touring is not on the table. I mean, Gene Simmons just canceled his tour for illness. He's 70. Somebody do the math. He was born in 49. So that makes him, what, 76 years old?
76.
Yeah, there's not going to be any touring for that man. And his tour that he just canceled, it was a show, and then 6 days, and then a show, and then 6 days. That dude's not going on the road, 5 days a week anymore. And if he does, I'd be pissed. I'd be super pissed. This isn't the perpetual fuck Chris out of money. If they came back, I don't know that I wouldn't go and try to blow up the venue. Sorry.
Hey now.
Hey, if Hegseth can put out his war plans, so can I.
That's right.
So in the last few minutes we have here, let's flip the script. Some of the worst cover songs.
Poison doing Rock and Roll All Night. It was thin. It was cheese. Not that Rock and Roll All Night is, the greatest song ever written, but it was thin. It just lacked that vibe that the original had. And the original didn't have much vibe, but it's a hell of a fucking show closer for 50 fucking years.
Lean on Me by Club Nouveau.
Thank you. No Lies Detected.
I can buy that for $1.
No Lies Detected. What about you, Lynch?
I'm trying to think of a shit cover song. Let me just rattle my brain here for a second.
Uh-oh. Roller Coaster is such a fun... Jen is back in the comment section. She's watching behind us, obviously. Okay, so I've got a list here from a site called AV
Everything
Club.
by Kids Bop.
I'll give you that one. All right, I've got a list here that's called 25 Worst Cover Songs of All Time Ranked. So I will run the list. You guys thumbs up or thumbs down. Thumbs up meaning you agree. Thumbs down meaning you disagree with their ranking. If this site would catch up. Number 25, UB40, The Way You Do the Things You Do.
Some sideways.
Okay, thumbs in the middle.
Are we mad that it's ranked on the worst song list?
No, is it a bad cover like they say, or do you disagree that it's
disagree.
All right. Number 24. Oh God, MC Hammer. Have you seen her? I'm stopping. I'm not reading this list any fucking
agreeing with that.
I see her face everywhere I go. Something, 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 something on the Cosby Show. And it's blocking me now. The site heard me and now doesn't want me to fucking read on. You prick fucks. Oh, Ultimate Classic Rock brings you the 35 terrible rock covers.
William Shatner with Diamonds.
Mick Jagger and David Bowie, Dancing in the Street.
Limp Bizkit, Behind Blue Eyes. I just named behind that.
Ooh, terrible. The Cure doing Purple Haze.
Motley Crue, Anarchy in the UK.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking terrible. Let's see. No.
Ugly Kid Joe, Cat from the Cradle.
I actually like that.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit's version of Faith.
It's not a great version.
Madonna doing American Pie.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that.
Good. Consider yourself lucky. Oh, you know what? I don't even know what's on the list, and I don't care. Twisted Sister doing Leader of the Pack. That video ruined Twisted. Look at Herm. He knows. Is she really going out with him? Uh-huh.
Oh,
By the way, where'd you meet her? And there he is on that motorcycle in the cheesiest Lars Ulrich white leather outfit, as if Dee Snider just went into Kip Winger's fucking closet. I met her at the candy store. Fuck you, Dee Snider.
Here's a good cover. Speaking of Winger, Purple Haze. It's not a bad cover.
They did that song justice. I will give credit where credit is due. Okay, now I'm getting kicked out of every one of these list sites. I have the government's listening to me. I got to turn it off. I can't think of one.
And I'll add to Herm's Hallelujah. Anything other than the original is dog shit. I agree with that sentiment. I think you're both looking for something.
yes, just a little bit.
I will throw out. Chris, take your pill. I will throw out Molly Hatchet doing Hide Your Heart by Kiss.
I forgot they even did that song.
Oh, God, I wish I could forget.
I like Molly Hatchet.
So do I. And I was excited. I'm like, oh, I'd love to hear their take on Hide Your Heart. No. The only thing that was missing was like banjos.
Yeah. Flirting with Disaster is one of my favorite Molly Hatchet songs ever. The one I played on guitar endlessly.
Oh, God. What's another? Anyone who's ever done Mississippi Queen, whether it's Sam Kinison, Ozzy Osbourne, you don't fuck with Mississippi Queen. Mountain is it. That's it. There's
West.
Mountain. Yeah. There. Again, I agree with you. There's Leslie West, and there's everybody else.
The guy was a fucking mad genius, man.
Oh yeah, without question. Cover songs. Cover. God damn it. I should, again, be rattling these off like nobody's business. And
I mean, it's kind of like remakes now in Hollywood. I mean,
this Spanish singer, Paulina Rubio, did a cover of I Was Made for Loving You that was really good. That will make your body move. You will be wanting Latino women that second. She did a really good job. Although it's weird to hear the chorus because, a woman singing the song, she's like, boy, I'm like, no, it's girl, I was. But it could be the lesbian national anthem, for Christ's sake.
You never know. Did you turn in your Grammy, Mr. Burns?
Will you take this back now? Thank you for noticing that.
One of the biggest jokes ever in the music industry.
Worst cover song. Every Milli Vanilli song ever because they didn't sing it, they just lip synced it, and basically they were a cover band. Fuck them.
Yeah.
And they know it's true.
Ooh. I love you.
Although I did really like Girl, I'm Gonna Miss You. That was a really great tune. Not a cover tune, but
every junior prom or junior prom. Like the mini bars.
There you go.
Dancing. Dance floor. Do I touch her ass? Do I keep my hands up here? Where do I put my hands?
There's got to be one more, but we are minutes away from closing. Fuck. I had fun. It looks like Jen is catching up, and she had fun. And Herm got to relive taking that fucking Elvis thing away from me and then laughing at me when I brought up the other thing. Oh, what do you want to do next week?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Oh, Sarah Royce is in the house. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Oh, that's right. I Prevail covered Blank Space. Funny story about that. The same guy who manages I Prevail manages Nathan and the guys in Shaman's Harvest. So Jeff says Limp Bizkit behind Blue Eyes. Hopefully that's among the worst. So Jeff, hopefully. Yep. Framing Henley covering Lollipop is gold. Okay, Sarah, appreciate that. Go back and watch the rest of it. Have some fun with some of these. And I'll say it now. Don't ever, if I catch anybody covering a Frankie Valli tune, I will burn your house to the ground. I hate Frankie Valli. I hate the Four Seasons. I hate Sherry Baby. I hate all those fucking songs. And you can take Frankie Valli and put Connie Francis in the boat, and you can take all those motherfuckers and push them out into the ocean. And I said it.
Yeah, you're really.
I said it.
Come on.
I ain't gonna lie. And why don't more people cover Duran Duran songs, by the way?
Because they know better?
Well, you can't touch them. Duran Duran songs were fucking mint. Speaking of mint, there's a drum beat that I'm very much wanting to hear. Oh, she says very bad. Okay, so Jeff wins, and he gets to be in the comment section another day. Okay. Sarah Royce, somebody someday is going to cover Merry Christmas from Texas, y'all, just for you. And it might be me and the guys here.
You.
We'll come up with something.
Now.
What? Forget about Lynch. We're gonna say goodnight. Herm, I'll see you.
You hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Why did I lose you?
The music.
I'm losing you.
I don't know. Are we back?
Herm did something.
Yeah, I just played music.
It's the outro. Just say goodnight, Gracie.
I don't know. I'll talk. I don't know what you're saying.
Well,
what?
Cut the drums for a second.
Hold on.
Okay. All right, say goodnight, Gracie. It's okay. You can do it. Say goodnight to the people. Then we're going to play the drums and get the fuck out of here.
Fell down the well? What? I don't understand.
I don't think he's hearing us. He's having issues again.
All right. Say goodbye. Say bye-bye, everybody. I don't know. Technical difficulties. We're out of here. See you next week.
Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess this is it. Microphone.
You're gonna hire an ASL.
Okay, baby. Chinese baby. You're not speaking every dialect. You're lagging. I can't follow your hands.
It's like that old Chevy Chase bit from Saturday Night Live. We're going to hire that person for Lynch who has my fellow Americans. My fellow Americans!
This is for the
good.
Eat babies.
Good night.
Good night, boys and girls.
Fucker.